I'm a business owner too, and we spend a lot of our time creating our business around the shape of who we are. We have an incredible amount invested in it, and to all of a sudden let that all go can be a scary process. Can be, what am I going to do now? Who am I? I mean, I define myself as my business. We all know the story in the classical sense of the person who's worked for 40 years, retires at 65, and then dies. and the reason that happens, it's a legitimate fear. The reason that happens is all of a sudden this whole thing that they've defined themselves around has disappeared, and now they're nothing. And so they do have to replace it with something. And that's a lot of the work that we do, working with executives, is finding the real truth of who they really are. What we discover in working with these executives is that this identity that they've created for themselves isn't the real truth of who they are. It's what they've had to become in order to create the success that they've created. But it's not the real deep spiritual sense of truth of who they are. And when they can tap into that, then they can find a whole new world that can be filled with purpose and meaning.